We're back with episode 3. What was it called?
The Two Faces, Part 1. I don't know.
That's what we're going to get part 2 to this at like the end.
Ah, okay. Are you certain of that?
Yeah. Okay. I like part 2. Yeah. I remember reading the episode titles.
Ah, okay.
I don't know what our episodic coverage of this is going to be like because this is very slow moving. It's not plotty.
It's not, but it's really, it's the thing we like where it's like very character driven. So we're like learning about the characters as we go. And I feel like by the time we get to the end of it, it'll all inform itself.
I wish there was a little bit more electricity between some of the people because thus far, Rebecca and Quint. Quint.
Yeah.
Are the only two that I actually was feeling like momentum. Like,
yeah, I like the rest of the characters a lot. And I am very interested to find out if Owen and Hannah have a little something going on because it seems like they do.
I just don't trust either of them. Not that I think that they're evil. I don't think they're evil by any means, but like we're not entirely sure we believe she's living.
I don't think she's alive, but I trust him more than I trust her. But it's mostly just because she hasn't eaten anything or drunk anything the whole time that we've watched her. And
she's not sleeping well.
She's not sleeping well. And she's constantly in that church lighting candles. I feel weird about all of those things.
There's a weird, and I hope it's going somewhere. I feel a little bit like I did in like season 4 of Teen Wolf, where I was like, oh my God, they're doing some amazing things. And then I found out they were all flukes. Like, remember that entire scene without audio? And I was like, wow. And then MTV was like, sorry, we had a technical issue. And I was like, what an avant-garde. So I'm hoping that it's going somewhere. But I'm noticing there is hella repetition. We are repeating
perfectly splendid.
Given what they've been through, there's a series of phrases. I did a quick sweep. They're repeating them over and over and over again, and even some of the movements and stuff. So it's like there's a part of me that I'm like, we're in this weird time.
So I have another theory.
Okay,
which is that we're in the dollhouse.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, I'm not.
I would want a why. Like, I would want, like,
of course, yeah. I don't know.
So you think that thing that was, like, guttural in the attic might have been a doll?
Maybe. Yeah.
Because we still have, I don't remember if we mentioned the doll under the dresser, but there's, like, a doll.
Well, it's the Miss Jessel doll. It's the Rebecca doll.
Well, she's in white now. The Rebecca doll was in black.
Okay. I just assumed it was her. Interesting. Okay. Has she always been in white?
That doll is always in white, yeah. I mean, maybe because she's dead, I don't know. But I think... Now I'm second guessing, but...
I don't know.
No, I was really into... Well, I don't know the actress that's playing Rebecca, but she's stunning. It's very nice when an actor or an actress can come in and captivate you immediately and do some of the heavy lifting that the script isn't... Not implying the script isn't doing it, but it's like, I was invested in her immediately.
Yeah. Well, part of that is your thing because she's so beautiful. Her name's Tahira Sharif. I love her. Yeah. She is very good, though. She's, like, doing what she needs to do for the role, but she is also, like, one of the most beautiful people I've ever seen in my life.
One, her chemistry with Oliver is so good, and it, like... I'm a big fan and have been since Dracula is where I found him, and that was not good. So I stuck around for
you were like, but he's
other
there.
reasons.
Him and Katie McGrath made it worth the price of admission.
Yeah, and he just like he seems just so scummy almost immediately.
Yeah,
but I was fine with it up until the like Polaroid scene, because you called that completely, and that's when because she didn't quite clue in yet.
She didn't clue in. She clued in a little bit when he grabbed her arm when she was trying to leave bed, because she was like, I have a fucking job to do. I can't just lay around in bed with you all day. And he was like, come back to bed. And she was like, no,
which
but
like
then
adds
she kept going
to your thing, thinking that he's in the boy, because we forgot to mention in the second episode when the boy like was almost strangling.
Danny.
Yeah. So but he's like he's full mad. Like fully crazy now.
He's like a sociopath.
Yeah, it's and it's only kind of worth it.
For Oliver Jackson-Cohen.
It's only kind of worth it.
I can take maybe 3-4 more years of this stop.
He's just this like tall, like Scottish hairy piece of timber. It's like
you're not wrong. That's
it just
correct.
Smells like pine and whiskey and it just I don't know because he's constantly lifting her up into the heavens.
Because you were like,
she's gonna get altitude sickness. But
he is 6'4". He's a
is he that tall?
He's a huge man.
But he's thin.
Yeah, he's not like burly.
Yeah,
he just is like very tall. Also, that turtleneck was working.
The suspenders.
On him.
There was like the kids. Okay. I don't love kids. We're not. Well, apparently we do. We're constantly in the show. We're talking about how I don't hate these kids by any stretch.
Gotta go. They gotta go. They're so creepy. Flora was like missing in the morning, and they found her just staring at the lake, and then like she, almost as tall as Victoria Pedretti, was like unwilling to leave the lake.
But then she's like, 5 minutes later, she's fine. Like
and they're putting on story time.
Like a true queen. She had a bout of melancholy. Who amongst us?
She took an angry nap.
That's not on a dime.
Look, we have to rally.
I love them. Apparently, story time is something that happens constantly.
Yeah.
It's how she processes things. And it's like, I love her pulling out like top-notch wordplay and like pentameter and just like full-blown.
Well, she had like hair and makeup and costume.
Tally the cat, the apple cat.
Yeah. She was working for it, and it was like good. But it also, all of the grown-ups are like, oh Christ, not story time again. Which is like hilarious. And then
Owen was kind of excited for it at first.
So the thing is like Flora's thing was actually kind of cute and silly and like a little girl thing. And then Miles comes out and it's like the soliloquy from Hamlet, only darker.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh shit.
That goes for your dollhouse thing. Cause it's like, they're the puppets. Yeah. No puppet. You're the puppet. I don't know. Sorry. I apologize.
Can't do it.
Well, the calls kept happening.
Yeah.
And fucking Jessie, because I was waiting for someone to be like...
Jamie.
Yeah,
the gardener.
She was like, Pete, my boy, she's dead.
And then it turns out it's Owen's mom is dead.
Which...
we never met her. There's nothing to really
be
say.
Expected.
But yeah, it's sad. But that's the thing where I think him and Hannah have something going on. Because she they were like clinging to one another at the end, and she like whispered something.
She saw the weird crack in the chapel again, but then she also saw it
before, and then she saw it in the chapel.
So she saw the crack again in the chapel this time.
But
but she also she clocked that it disappeared.
Yeah, which is from that I'm getting like a Doctor Who vibe, because that's like a whole season thing about the crack in the wall at one point.
She's also always lighting 4 candles, and they're not in a row.
And they're always in a different spot.
Yeah. And I don't know. I mean, the 2 could obviously be
the parents.
And
then one
the 3rd
is
could be Rebecca.
But we don't know who the 4th is, and now there should be a 5th the next time we look at it.
For Owen's mother?
Yeah.
I suppose.
Yeah.
We did have whatever the fuck is going on with Dani.
So I'm still getting a brother vibe from it, but it was in her bed.
Well, no, but I don't think that had anything. Because that's where I'm like, maybe I was onto something with like the car crash or something, because it looked like someone was dying and reaching out for help, and she was just trying to white knuckle it.
And it would be like headlights.
That's what you said.
Reflected. Yeah. Okay.
So I don't know. It's effective.
It is effective.
I like it. And we mentioned, I think in our first coverage, that we were like, a lot of people are saying this isn't scary. And it's not necessarily, but it's like, I like that
it's creepy.
It's different.
Yeah.
It's like not everything has to be the same kind of like either torture porn or Yeah. Like,
I like that it
feels very old.
Yeah, I like that it's just sort of eerie and creepy, and you're just like getting a vibe the whole time. And I think that goes to the same thing where in the last episode I was talking about how everything feels just slightly off kilter, where like nobody is totally acting like a real human, and everybody, and the repetitions, like you said, and stuff, it's like everybody has a little bit too much weirdness going on.
We also got the key thing. We did forget to mention that, what is the kid's name?
Miles.
Okay. Miles was like, when he was trying to get out of boarding school, he was looking for the key.
Yeah.
And it's what?
To get him kicked out, essentially. Well, but he was like, he basically was like, everyone has a key, and the bird was the priest's key.
Okay. I was expecting more than that.
No, but it's like everyone has a key that like something that makes them tick, essentially.
Okay.
And then so we learn in this one that it was Peter who like taught him that idea or whatever. But the manipulation in that, where he basically was like, he was telling Miles that you have to find out someone's key in order to find out like what makes them tick and how to like get them on your side or whatever. And he was like, so then why did you bring Flora flowers? And he was like, I didn't.
He specified, though, that he was like, for most women, it's flowers.
Yeah.
I don't know. There was just something about that detail.
Well, it's because Rebecca's key is like being sweet to children, and which is like, it's so gross.
He might be a bad guy.
He's a bad guy. He's hot as balls, but he's a bad guy.
Oh, man. And then, so I do at least want to say that Dani had a moment with Jamie,
the gardener. Yeah.
Which I'm not there, but I don't quite think that the chemistry is crackling.
Well, if we're taking into account the fact that it's the 80s, and it's England.
Because Jamie made a comment. She was like, who would have known?
Yeah. So it's the 80s and it's England, which only decriminalized same-sex stuff in like the 70s.
No, in a weird way, though, they were more advanced than the Americas.
Sometimes.
Yeah.
But I also think they like haven't had a lot of screen time together, and they like don't really know each other. So I think that this is the right
I just didn't immediately love Jamie.
I love her.
It's been begrudging.
Oh, okay.
Or not. Like, I like her more now that we're getting stuff, and like the phone bit really sold a lot for me. But she's just kind of rough and wears overalls.
I mean, she's a lesbian gardener in the English countryside. What do you want from her?
So I did want to say that Hannah Gross, the scene where she walked in on Rebecca and
Peter
Quint. Yeah, Peter Quint. I'm so bad with names. I'm trying so hard. I'm like white knuckling it. The scene where she walked in on them, I thought was really interesting. And I love that she took control. She did not have control.
No.
But she took control of that scene and of him in that moment. It was really interesting. I like her. I mean, I kind of liked her immediately, but she's a very interesting presence.
She's a calming presence, and she feels to me a lot like in a different way, because she was not calming at first, but what's her name? The one that's on 911 now, and she was on True Blood.
Aisha Hines.
Yeah, she has that. And I'm sure part of it is just the like black lady with the shaved head. But I feel very comforted because of that visual cue. I feel like everything's going to be okay.
It's like it triggers your Dora Milaje.
Sure, yeah, that could probably be.
She's in red a lot.
Yeah, she is in red a lot. Yeah.
So I'm in. I think with this one I'm in. I am not riveted nearly the way I was with season one.
I'm a little worried that because I've seen so many things that are like, this is so far superior to Hill House, I'm going to end up being disappointed. But for now, I am liking the vibe they're going with. And I agree with you. I like that it's different.
Yeah. And I want to keep going.
Yeah,
so
let's keep going.